Hello, everybody. My name is Jeremy, and welcome back to Night Call. Some awesome's played, at least it feels like it. We are going to be diving into the night where we think we found the judge, which is like the old detective. I think that's what we chose. I think he's a detective. Pretty sure he's a detective. Or he was. He retired. Just the old hands, like it's the most compelling element. The old hands is what kept sticking out. The old hands. You wipe your face. You're starting to feel sleepy. The bus goes by, making the walls shake. You sigh and get to work. Do we have anything else really here? This is the man we chose. He would have a rare gun. Not part of the police work. He was not that. He hooks up with the height because he's like all these black gloves, got the wrinkles on their hands. I just think it's this guy joined the police and divorced from a judge. I just think this is it. They're in the night. Oh, it took me all the way back here. Moment of truth. Pick up. Hello. Hi. Ice cold. So, she's alongside. There's no background noise. She must not be at the station. For a second you think she's going to tell you, but then somewhere, none of your business. A light clinking noise, the sound of a teacup on a coaster, maybe? I'm listening. What have you got for me? She clears her throat. Her voice sounds louder, more confident. You glance at the wall. The suspects are all lined up. All the evidence, a whole mess of your ideas. Your stomach is in a knot. I don't have to remind you, you cannot get this wrong. I have a meeting in 2 hours with the district attorney and the chief of police. Even the Minister of Interior be in the corner of the room somewhere. Obviously, I'm thrilled. Oh, but I certainly don't want to put too much pressure on you. I almost hear the smirk she must be wearing. You lay the receiver down on the table. Now you have to decide. I mean, this is what we chose. Wow. How? The evidence resources. She listens without saying a word. You stop talking and catch your breath. Okay. I'll buy it. Seems like a solid choice. I'm just trying a bit to vet your information. Pauses. You can almost hear her nodding. Call night. Try to get some sleep. She pauses. No way she's going to hang up on such a positive note. No, she's probably going to. It might be your last night of freedom. She snickers and hangs up. Put the phone down. You might as well be standing in the ice-cold emptiness of outer space. Decided to go to bed, to sleep. Best way to kill time. So this is what we chose last time. I guess it just took me back, all the way back to here. Governor Answers will have her arrest. Paris will be peaceful again. Will it? What about you? What will you do? Shake your head and your mind wanders for a second. Your eyes closed and you feel yourself drifting off. To hear a voice break out in the distance. Look, he's kicking the bucket. And then silence. Close your eyes without any idea where the voice is coming from. It's like later you're asleep. I don't remember that happened last time. You open one eye. You had a hard night, restless. Get the person you aged 5 years in a matter of hours. You get up quickly. A few minutes later, you're outside the studio. Night 7. Okay. So we're just gonna work normal. Oh, yeah, here it goes. You've barely gotten downstairs when you come inside a bus. You lean up against the door of your cab, eyes wide open, forehead creased. Get in. You obey. It's too early to react. She settles into the back seat, flashes a smile. Good news, you're right. At least Dia thinks your evidence is sufficient. No emotion in her voice. She gives you the facts, nothing more. We're going to bring Fragnard in tonight. She nods, her expression clouds over. I have trouble. She freezes. Ragnar is a mentor, mine, and half the squad's. You can't understand. He's an institution. He stops, clears the throat. I need your help one last time. Later tonight, we're going to get Fragonard to leave home and find a way to get him into your taxi. She pulls some kind of pen out of her pocket that she puts in a little cuppy just above the car stereo. This is a bug. If you feel like it, do you think you can manage? I've seen you and heard you enough to know that you have a trick you get for getting people to talk. Need someone I can trust and get close to Fragonard without making him suspicious. He's a cop. He knows how we work. No one's ever sent a taxi driver to make an arrest. He won't put up a fight. I hope he'll open up to you. He'll confess before things fall apart. Not too far from the hospital where he goes for his treatments, there's an alleyway under construction. There won't be any civilians, just us and him. She sighs, 2 teens with the cabs will leave, and Bob done this. I know you can do it. If you stick to the plan, nothing can go wrong. But what if there's a problem? If you stick to the plan, there won't be any problems. She lays her head on the door handle. You pick up the suspect, drive to the meeting point, and you're free. Easy as pie. She gets out of the cab, slams the door, and walks away quickly. Shit. You hit the dashboard. Intense pain spreads through your hand. You grab the keys and turn the ignition on. The motor comes on. Your night is about to begin. Your last night. See, that's where we were at last time. Here's what we're going to do. You know, he's down here usually. He's not here yet. So we're going to just try to get different people that are close by. Just work the regular night here. He's not up here yet. So let's, I'm not getting no free rides. I need money, just in case. I don't think I've ever picked this person up, so this is a new one. Gas tank's full. I need to get out of here. What? Go up next to the sidewalk a few meters from an abandoned warehouse. No sign of your passenger. Wait a minute, staring at the meter. You really don't feel like wasting your time on people who... Rear window break the second floor of the warehouse. A body falls heavily to the sidewalk. You lay your hand on the door handle when a man dressed in turtleneck jumps in the window and lands on the body. He stands up and takes a few steps over to the cab. Are you the cab ordered? You nod your head very, very slowly. Super. On the way you're waiting for. Be right there. Jumps around, places his fingers on the neck of the inanimate body, takes his pulse, comes back over, opens the door, and jumps in the back seat. You start driving. Really please. Follow over with a second thought. In back, your passenger smells like sweat and gunpowder. He's been running. Been in a fight, maybe. Probably. His muscles bulge in rhythm with his heart, which is racing. No say a word. Silence fills the cab until your passenger cries out in pain. Okay, alright, come on. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. You're on to me and you know it. I'm the masked Joker. Silence. I'm just going to get a closer look at your passenger. The masked Joker. The hero that makes Parisian nights more peaceful? No. Slowly shake your head. Nope. Doesn't ring a bell. I'm all over Twitter, so probably on the radio and newspapers, I think. And what exactly do you do? Protect people. I'm a guardian. Like a superhero. No, I don't have any superpowers. But it's the same idea. Yes, I mean for the moment. Mostly take care of small-time crooks, pickpockets. It's not very prestigious, but you have to start somewhere. You open your mouth, but nothing worth saying comes out. I suppose so. So how about the name? You like it? See, I wanted something that wasn't too... Searches for the right word, beats around the bush, and eventually comes out with problematic. Did a lot of brainstorming, came up with a masked Joker. Haven't gotten great feedback, but it's hard these days to find a name everyone likes. You have to make sacrifices if you want your core business to succeed. That's what they tell you at school anyway. At school? Yes, in ENK. He freezes. Shit, almost gave you the name of my business school. What an idiot. Can you imagine Bruce Wayne went around telling everyone he was Bruce Wayne? Say nothing? No, Batman. Batman went around telling everyone he was Bruce Wayne. Getting all mixed up. He touches his side for a while, like he's looking for a wound. We're getting close to your destination. I think I'm hurt. You gonna be alright? No, I'm fine. I shouldn't have jumped out the window like that. You were already coming down the street and I didn't want to make you wait. You smile. Pull over, right there in front of the driveway. You obey. Don't worry, it's just a flash wound. I'll be home in 2 minutes and I have everything I need to take care of myself. Pays and struggles to get out of the cab. One last thing, please don't say anything about ENKID. I'm trying to lead a double life and it's not super easy. My business school. He freezes. Oh, I just got it. You're playing along. Okay, great. He looks at you for a minute. You're really a classy guy. Walks away, limping. Watching you try several times to enter his building code before heading inside, finally. Then you go to start the engine, you notice a few drops of blood on your fingers. The bills your passenger handed to you. Okay. Alright, okay. Okay, give me just a second, I'm checking things in real quick. Yes, I'm snapping. Yes, I snap mid-video. These are my videos. I can do what I want. Alright, anyways. There he is. Nope. Not a soul. Just him. Different spot this time. I'll do loop-de-loo. Alright, there we go. As usual. Except... oh boy. You recognize the passenger again in your cab. A cop. The detective. You're a suspect. He has a tired look about him. And not just because it's early. His voice drags. The usual place. St. Louis Hospital then. He started driving. The passenger seems to have his mind elsewhere, not entirely awake. Stubble on his chin. Scan his skin, his movements, his attitude. It's cold as shit this morning. Just makes you jump. You nod. No more people or not as many when it's cold out like this. Folks tend to stay home when it's too cold. There might be more of them, but they make shorter trips. Makes sense. Dead silence. Worse in summertime, though. People don't take cabs as much. When they do, they go further. Obviously. Drive in silence for a second, the road goes by. You don't want to look in your side mirrors too often. You haven't seen a trace of the cops yet. Buzzer told you not to worry, but... you know, it's funny. Just this morning, I was thinking about an old case. One of my first cases, actually. It was just after the Miss Serene case. You know who Miss Serene is, don't you? Or am I really that old? You sense it's the right time to get him to talk. Nope, I heard of him. Jaquez Miss Serene, breaking and entering, kidnapping, armed robbery, killed 2 cops in Canada, tortured a journalist. Far right one, but still. Then, in 1979, after being on the run for a year and a half, the cops catch him and kill him at Port des Clignancourt. He raises his hand. Now, the cops say it was in self-defense. I know for a fact they shot him down like a dog. Look straight at you. You can see the hint of underground fire roaring deep in his eyes. Now, I most certainly do not want to die like a dog. Understood? catches his breath and he's clearly shaking. He ever so slowly reaches into his pocket and pulls out his weapon. Where did Busted ask you to take me? Excuse me? Don't take me for a fool. I don't know what you're talking about. I swear I have no idea what you're talking about. The gun appears. Shame. I might just get a chance at some honesty in this cold world, just once. Just to see what it feels like. Dedicated my whole life into the justice system to get to the truth. At least that's what I tell myself. And when I say to new recruits, I'm tired of all these games. All the fucking lies. Where do they order you to take me? He shakes his head, saddened by your answer. Can't quite figure out if you were avoiding me, but I know Busted put you on the case and gave you a copy of the file. We don't know each other too well, so I'm going to give you one last chance to tell me the truth. Busted. You can see his finger on the trigger and shaking, ever so slightly. How much does she know? Don't shoot. Answer me. What does Buzzet have on me? Stench of gunpowder fills the cab. Your vision is blurred for a while. You can't feel your legs anymore, and a shock of heat is streaming down your spine. Taggart slows up, running into a car parked along the side of the road. The impact sets its alarm off. Its lights shower the street with red and yellow. Sorry it turned out like this. You deserve better, you know? You're so focused on helping others that you forgot to take care of yourself. You want to speak, but not a sound comes out. I read your file, you know. What you did for your sister-in-law? Taking 7 years in jail for her? He nods his head. You deserve better. Your neck muscles give out and your head collapses. Bits of the outside world make it in, but not in the right order. The door closing. The back seat empty. A shape coming over to the cab, screaming, shouting. And just like that, darkness. Did I just fucking die? You piece of shit. Really? Did I just fucking die? Now I gotta do this all again, huh? Wow. Oh my god. I'm just gonna... I just auto. I was right. I mean... So mad. I'm so bad. So we'll try to stall as long as we can, because it looks like it gives you a little bit of everything. So it looks like it gives you some time. We'll pick up somebody different this time too. Come on, come on. We're just trying to get through this. Alright, she's gonna get in the cab. So get in the cab, blah 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 blah. I don't have the editing skills yet. Know how to do this. So you're just gonna sit through me clicking. You need a confession, blah 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 blah. Same thing, just so we don't miss anything there. Shit, and blah 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 blah. So let's go. Okay, so who do we got this time? I'm not picking you up. There is a little bit of a difference in some of these. this time. Let's go, I guess this one. Not you, because you don't pay me. I want to make some money. I mean, jeez. Man, smoking alone in the balcony. He's not wearing a shirt. I feel cold for him. I need help with the delivery. Oh. Okay. The passenger who sinks into the back seat is one of the hordes of cyclists you almost always hit through red lights. She's a bike courier, the kind who pays no attention to red lights, stop signs, right-of-ways. She gives you a smile. Holy shit, it's flippin' freezing out. You smile. Do we know each other from somewhere? I don't think so. Probably just cut you off on my bike or something. Maybe it was me. Maybe I changed lanes without signaling. Both burst out in laughing and she gives you an address. It's for delivery, but it's too cold. I can't seem to get warm. Start the cab and turn the heat on high. Warm air fills the car. The old woman nods. Thanks, that's exactly what I'm here for. Close her eyes as if to enjoy the muffled hum of the heater. Hope you don't mind. There was no way I was going to get back to my bike. Left it behind with my colleagues in front of the restaurant. She sighs. I know it's pretty counterproductive, paying for a cab ride to deliver food, but all the warm air, it feels good. Look at her for a moment in the rearview mirror. She's fallen asleep. Turn your eyes back to the road. She lets out a quiet snore. You can hardly blame her. Every night, flocks of delivery people hang out around popular restaurants. Then, they scatter around the city like startled pigeons. They all look exactly the same. Reflective tape, courier backpack, phone strapped to their arm, as they dash off into the night. The young woman in the back seat shifts positions. Wow, I really needed that little cat nap. Stretches with a content purr. We're here. Pull up to the address. Right, back to work. Little girl quickly exits the cab, slamming the door behind her. She rings the door. Car's still moving. Rings the doorbell. I get Parisian building. A moment later, the door cracks open. The courier hands their client a plastic bag with takeout containers inside. God, I can't talk. She smiles. The door shuts. She rushes over to the cab and flings herself back into the seat. Come on, let's get out of here fast. Start the cab. Back at the restaurant, please. To lift my bike there. Well, that's that. Her phone chirps. Business is picking up. She sighs. But yeah, I think I'm going to wait a little. Check it later. Settles comfortably into the back seat and closes her eyes. It's been, this is my second winter, so yeah, a year and a half, so time really flies. I have to say, it gets pretty boring after a while. She flashes you a toothy grin. First, you're like, yeah, what's the best shortcut? How can I get to the restaurant as fast as possible? After a while, you're always the same old routine. There's a pause. She gives a short laugh. I shouldn't complain, really. At least I can take it easy on my bike. There's no one to really mess around with me. Lets out a silvery laugh. It's very soothing in tone, the laugh of someone you can trust. Before. Marketing, startup company, one of those super pretentious places where everyone speaks 3 languages and only eats whole grain. My boss was a total asshole who was always grabbing my ass. Not bad. Like a revolution fingers across her face. Revolution. I don't know. So now, I'm done with all that. She looks serious. She had just concluded a long speech. So that, my friend, is why I wouldn't trade in my bike for all the world. No, you're right. Not much as far as the prospects go. It's not like I'm going to be made team manager or anything, that's for sure. It's not all that bad. There are worse jobs around. And I know what you're going to say. I'm being exploited, badly paid, all that. The worst part is actually the customers. Look at her in surprise. No, I swear it's true. They deliver their dinner because they're worn out after working all day. And they don't even tip you a single euro. Still, they're understanding and all that. They give me articles about all the big bad delivery businesses abusing us. And then they order sushi from the restaurant down the street. Never trust a stomach. Makes a little farting sound with her mouth. Believe me, a bunch of cheapskates. Stops you with a gesture before you can speak. And all that, just for the time being, promise. Putting a little aside, like my father always said, I'm going to open a takoyaki food truck. You ever had takoyaki? Nope. Pull up to the restaurant. Some more bike couriers are waiting for their orders. No, never had it. Specifically from Osaka, octopus fritters. But not just any fritters. My grandma's recipe. Basically a pretty simple idea. Sell them to people lined up for concerts, movies, plays. She smiles. Anyhow, I'm out of here. There are a lot of starving people in Paris. We don't want to let them down. She hands you the fare and exits the cab. Thanks again, really, you're a good company. If you ever need a shortcut, just ask. She gives you a last smile, then walks over to her group. Okay. Alright, let's try again. And as the passengers get into their cab, a cop, the detective, or suspect, he has a tired look about him. Not just because it's early, his voice tracks. The usual place. It's a little hospital bed. You start driving. Andrew seems to have his mind elsewhere, not entirely awake, stubble on his chin. Scan his skin, his movements, his attitude. It's cold as shit this morning. His voice makes you jump, you nod. More people are not as many when it's cold out like this. Folks tend to stay at home when it's too cold. Might be more of them, but they make shorter trips. Makes sense. Dead silence. This time, say nothing. Driver silence for a second, the road goes by. Don't want to look in your side mirrors too often. You haven't seen a trace of the cops yet. Buzzard told you not to worry, but you know, it's funny. This morning I was thinking about an old case, one of my first cases actually. Just after the Messerine case. You know who Messerine is, don't you? Or am I really that old? You sense it the right time to get him to talk. We'll say that rings a bell this time. Reagan and kidnapped an armed robbery, killed 2 cops in Canada, tortured a journalist. Alright one, but still. Then in 1979, after being on the run for a year and a half, the cops catch him and kill him at Porte de Clignancourt. Raises a hand. Now, the cops say it was in self-defense. I know for a fact they shot him down like a dog. He looked straight at you. You can see the hints of underground fire roaring deep in his eyes. Now, I most certainly do not want to die like a dog. Understood? He catches his breath and is certainly shaking. He even ever so slowly reaches into his pocket and pulls out his weapon. Where did Bussett ask you to take me? Don't take me for a fool. Keep lying for now. I swear I have no idea what you're talking about. The gun appears. Shame. I thought I might just get a chance at some honesty in this cold world, just once. Just to see what it feels like. So I dedicated my whole life to the justice system, to getting to the truth. At least that's what I tell myself when I save the recruits. I'm tired of all the games, all the fucking lies. Where did they order you to take me? Saddened by your answer. Can't quite figure out if you were avoiding me or but nobody put you on the case and gave you a copy of the file. We don't know each other too well, so I'm going to give you one last chance to tell me the truth. This is where I tell him, Bussett. You can see his finger on the trigger and shaking ever so slightly. How much does she know? You hear a long sigh coming from the backseat. A few seconds go by. You try to concentrate on driving, despite your sweaty hands. Dripping brow. Okay, why hasn't she tried to arrest me then? He shrugged. Don't know, she told me it would be easier this way. I think she hopes you'll turn yourself in without a fight. He looks away. You know, Bussett is really one of a kind. She doesn't fit into today's world. Neither do I, for that matter. weapon he's holding is shaking slightly, wavering. You suddenly notice he's speaking to you in a more familiar tone. That's why I killed them. Bastards, all of them. Rapists, murderers, and liars who escaped prostitution. Now Busset. Busset'd like to do the same thing I did. Slam a bullet into the head of the first murderer she can get her hands on. But she can't. Just can't do that anymore. A long, painful, heavy sigh. In any case, now there's only one truth left. No more confrontation, no debate, no need for justice to be saved. They were guilty and I killed them. I can write that down if you want. It's no secret. I knew I'd be caught sooner or later, either by Busset or by sentence hangs in the air. I'm sick. Got cancer all over. I hope some new drug might cure me. What's the point, honestly? He abruptly accelerates his speaking. I don't want to go to jail. A cop can't go to jail. I don't want to see my face on the cover of magazines and newspapers. I don't want to deny Busset the pleasure of catching me. Her and her team. So here's what we're going to do. There's a place in Mount Montreux, a place I really love. My first memory of Paris. Must be in 6 or 7. My mother had come all the way from Mantequille. She thought she could convince my father to... Yeah, anyway, there's no point in telling that story. I don't want to hear it. He snickers. Buy yourself some time? No. There's a bench up there, not far from Sacré-Cœur. This bench has 2 clear advantages. First, face of the city of Paris, southern facing. All the monuments are there, staring back at the splendor. He starts to speak with confidence. I especially like it when all the buildings poke out above the cloud of pollution. Notre Dame Square, towers, Pompidou, Metz-colored pipes, Eiffel Tower. Shakes his head and his voice sounds deep and serious again. Second advantage to sitting on this bench is that you turn your back to Sacré-Cœur, an ugly building. They only built it to rub the church the right way. He looks away and remains silent for a while. His hands shake a little. I want to see Paris one last time. It's a little too early to watch the sunrise, but at least there'll be people around. Lovers, wife. I'm gonna go and sit on the bench. Look out at Paris, alone. 5 minutes. And then you can go to the meeting points of us that can pick me up. What do you say? Oh, wait. Oh no, don't worry about that. She'll understand. Okay. You turn around. You'll see. The view is incredible. Maybe you say a word for several minutes. Drop in silence. Then as you begin to climb to the top of the mountain, the cop lowers his weapon. I want to apologize. I'm sorry I hurt you the night of the attack. Everything I could turned out so differently. You're nothing like the guy I took down, you know. He was a kid at the time. There was something in his eyes, something bad, something evil. I sparkled a little bit. Tears, perhaps? Seconds later, you park a few meters away from Sacré. It's just right over there. I just need 5 minutes. 5 minutes, we'll go. Got it? You nod. Places his hand on his door handle. Gives you a genuine smile. Do what? Pauses. To be perfectly honest, I don't really know yet. He seems older than he really is. His voice croaks slightly as he says to you, "Thanks, friend." He gets out of the cab. Watch the old cop. He takes a few steps towards the bench, walks around it like he wants to look at it from every angle. Does so much as glance at Cinque and its dome, lit up with powerful spotlights, a few passerbys, chilled to the bone. I wander about nonchalantly on the square in front. While he sits on the bench, he stays there a long minute, contemplating Paris, strings of light weave around the traffic circles, intersections making a magnificent canvas. There's a sudden movement. In a matter of seconds, he pulls a gun out of his pocket and up to his chin. A shot rings it out. He kills himself. Thanks, friend. What? Those were his last words. Are you fucking kidding me? No. As it watches you, her jaws clenched, locked more like. What else did he say? He confessed to his crimes. The wire you put in the cab must have caught it all. You have the recording. He stares at you for a second before looking away. Shit, this is not how it's supposed to end. I'm not clear on whether she's angry or sad. She pretty much cuts you off. Did he say anything about me? It's all on the recording. He said you were like him. Of course, the guy was my mentor, a father figure actually. Tell him everything I know. Once when I slipped you his file, I couldn't investigate him. No one on our team wanted to either. It was unthinkable, unfeasible. Fuck. Semblance of a smile spreads across her face. Awkward, strained perhaps. Makes your blood curdle. You're free to go now. Don't leave the country though. We'll have some questions for you at some point. So from the door, icy air seeps in. You shiver. You really came through, you know. Didn't think you'd do so well. Her voice breaks up a bit with her last words. Who knew? She gets out of the cab and slams the door behind her. A blunt, metallic noise. Unidentifiable vibrations. The car quakes and shakes like a boat. A minute goes by before you can move again. You slowly come back to your senses. Sit there for a moment, contemplating the scene in front of you. Police squads are moving about, tape keeping the onlookers away. Spotlight flooding the judge's lifeless body with white light. Hard to believe it's all over. You need to get away for a while. Drive without thinking, distance yourself. A couple of roadside waves his flashlight motion you to leave. You have no reason to be there anymore. You've become a stranger again. Key in ignition, handbrake off, foot on accelerator. You leave Saint-Quay behind. And there it is. At least this part. Now, I don't know if those are other games in there, but great story. Great story. I don't think there was going to be a good ending either way. I might have been able to get him back to him. I mean, I think if I would have said no, he would have shot me again. So that's why I was like, no, let's just let him do what he wants to do and see what happens. But we'll let the credits roll. I think it's a really good, well-written game. I feel like there's more here. I feel like I can just keep playing. I feel like this might be like the new just chillax game, because there's a bigger world here than just that story. With all the different people you can pick up, and I didn't pick up nearly all of them. There's apparently like 90 of them. So I didn't pick up nearly all of them. And I know there's people out there that watch the videos of like, oh, we really like this character, we really like that character, we want to pick up this character again. So I'm like, okay, you know, that's cool. Gift God. All the thanks to all those people, that's cool. But really well written story. A whole lot of fun. Very suspenseful. I'm hoping that the other two are actually like different killers. Like they want me to like go after some more people. Oh, now we're doing French. Looks like toy. I guess that's French. So the sun is about to come up. You drove all night long with your window open. You're so tired, your chest is tight and your eyes are heavy. But you can't stop. Not now. You're going to run out of gas soon. The light went on about 20 kilometers back. You're somewhere in Normandy. Maybe you'll run into the cat you gave a ride to that one night. You smile and relax at the thought. Pull over on the shoulder and get out. There's almost no traffic. You step over the guardrail as your eyes adjust to the colorful break of dawn. The sun will soon rise over the horizon. You get your phone out and dial a number. It doesn't ring, direct to voicemail. Voice asks you to leave a message after the beep. Hey, I wanted to catch your breath. When A told me she held on to your phone just to hear the sound of your voice, I thought it was stupid. But now, the sun is slowly rising and its colors are flooding the landscape. Bare underbrush, a tiny village lost in fog off in the distance, a hilltop sparkling with dew. The view seems alien to you. I wanted to thank you for giving me the opportunity to redeem myself. Thanks. The words disgust you, but it's too late. Thanks to you, I did something important. I think, who knows? Silence. Your head is spinning. You haven't spoken to your brother in years. Well, in a manner of speaking, you grin. Good. I guess so. It's strange to hear your voice, but it feels good too. Pause. The truck flies by, just meters from you. I thought when it was all over, I thought I'd be able to get some decent sleep. Close my eyes and sleep. Really sleep. Finally. Sleeping is just a break. It doesn't put an end to it. It all starts up again as soon as the voice cuts you off. You have reached the maximum time limit, please. You hang up. Your phone feels heavy in your hand. What should you do now? There's a broken fence in front of you leading to a small footpath in the woods. Behind you is a highway leading to the sea. You can disappear. Wow. You gotta get back in the cab. You sigh and retrace your steps. On the other side of the guardrail, you find your overheated cab. You gotta get back in the cab. This gas station can't be much further. Slowly turn the key in the ignition. There's gotta be something for you out there. There is. So there's free roaming. Let's just continue. So pass the decks. So I've picked up a bunch of passengers. So see, look at all the different, like, so much locked with her. Santa Claus. There's just so much. We'll have to go back. This will be like a fun little thing I'll probably play. But that seems to be the story. I guess the other ones were just like difficulties. I don't know. We might look into that. Who knows? Thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. This isn't the end of my call. I don't want to call it the end of my call. I'm gonna do this free roaming mode. There's got to be something else for them out there. I think there's more here. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.